each other, which is a good thing.
Which is a good thing.
And now Open Voice, Comcast has Open Voice, Verizon has contiguous channels, so no one station can monopolize it for whatever reason. No board of directors can take over the station and do their own shows, which is happening in another town. And they don't allow for many voices, which Open Voice will allow for. Hello. John Byers.
How are you?
Good, Johnny. You weren't supposed to call in tonight, you know.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
Well, so let's just talk to you for 60 seconds.
Okay, well, I'll give you 60 seconds of something other than sports. You know what last night was the anniversary of in music?
Tell us, John.
Think about 1964. The Ed Sullivan Show. What famous group appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Richie Sarno's going to tell us.
Yeah, the Beatles.
Okay, and you know what else happened that same day?
No.
They took over they had the first 5 spots on Billboard's record list for the top 5 records of the week.
Was that because of Ed Sullivan or before Ed Sullivan?
That was on the same day as they appeared on Ed Sullivan. Their number 1 selling album overseas, and I guess over here in the U.S., from what they said on TV last night, the top 5 songs from that album topped the list at 1 through 5. So, and that began Beatlemania here in the States.
And was that what day? Yesterday?
1964. Yesterday, in 1964.
Interesting. So the Red Sox did not win today.
No, they didn't, unfortunately. But it bodes well. You know why? Because the same thing happened last year with the Red Sox and Tigers. The Red Sox were beaten only by 1 pitcher by the Tigers last year, and that was Justin Verlander. This year, they faced Justin Verlander again, and although Justin Verlander didn't get the win, the Tigers won the first game they faced them this season, and the Red Sox went on to win the next 5 last year. So hopefully that bodes well for this year. They're the same thing.
See, are you watching the show, Johnny?
Yes, I am.
This is my May 5th, 2008, More Famous Than the Beatles. This was me with about 15 pieces up at SATV, Salem, performing my song, Friend.
Yep.
So, More Famous Than the Beatles, a historic date, May 5th.
Oh, you're also, you were mentioning contiguous cities, and you're also on in Woburn as well.
Oh, you know that, huh?
Yes, I have a family member who lives in Woburn, and they not only get, just to show you what kind of access they get up there, they don't only get Woburn and contiguous states, but they get cities from down in western Massachusetts and up down on the Cape as well. So they get a whole grouping of public access other than just the contiguous.
So, Johnny, who's on the basketball tonight?
The Celtics are actually playing the Bulls tonight at 9:30, so that's the only thing. And the Bruins are currently winning in their game 1-0 in the late in the first period.
That sounds cool.
And something interesting, you were mentioning the Celtics. Now, I didn't realize this, but the Celtics actually, right now, they're in the 4th spot for the playoffs, which means they won't have to face either Miami or Chicago in the first round. But they have a good shot at actually getting up into the 3 slot, which gives them a home series if they get in the first 3 slots. So they would have a home series to start out the playoffs. And the way it looks right now, with them being done with Orlando and having beaten Orlando twice this season, and Chicago, Miami, and Orlando still have to play each other in this month, the distinct possibility is, you're not going to catch Miami or Chicago, but you could actually catch Orlando and thus at least get a first-round home series.
Are you into hockey, Richie?
Not too much, no.
Richie's not into hockey. You into basketball?
Yeah, I like watching basketball, yeah.
How about,
Baseball I like a lot.
Oh, baseball he likes a lot, so...
Well, yeah, baseball, I mean, the Sox just started today, and they had a good game. Now we'll see. They got the day off tomorrow, and they'll start again. They'll play again on Saturday and Sunday, and then all next week. So we'll see what happens. I mean, they got a heavy... The first 2 weeks of the season are going to be tight as far as games, because they're playing nothing but division winners from last year or teams that they competed with for the division. They got Detroit, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Texas, and New York. If they can finish with a 500 record for the first 2 weeks, I'm more than happy with that, because you're not going to. You may do 1 or 2 games over 500, but if you can get anything more than that, then you take what you can get.
Sounds good, Johnny. Well, we'll talk to you, but in the next few weeks, man, I'm very booked up.
Okay, so you
So,
know what we do? If you don't call me, then I know not to call you.
Right, but we'll be in touch. Thanks, man.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Johnny Byers, legendary host from Medford. Interesting. I don't know why that's still lit up. But legendary host from Medford, he quit the station after 25 years. He was a sports host. He brought Damon and Mendelara over. So I went into town with him, and we had him talk to Larry Lucchino and Steve from the Boston Bruins. It was fun. We went to one of those events. But Little Joe Cook, I have not talked to. Do you know the Cooper brothers?
No.
The Cooper brothers replaced the Little Joe band with Candy.
Okay.
So for years, they were packing the place as Little Joe did. They just quit 2 weeks ago. So they used to play with Denny Lane. I put them together with Denny Lane of Wings. So I hear word they might go back with Denny. But Candy must be putting a new band together.
I was going to say, what's happening over at the Cantab, yeah. I know Diane Blue was there for a while.
With Jay and Scott
Yeah.
and Candy. So Diane's an interesting woman.
Yeah,
I met her once.
I just met her once recently, and she's going to be a guest on my show in May.
Great.
And I'm looking forward to that.
So Diane Blue. So where's she from?
I don't know. I'll find that out when I have her on the show.
Yeah, I've met her just once because of
Right.
Scott and Jay. You know, they're very dependable.
Yeah, phenomenal singer and great on the harmonica as well. I mean,